Hello children, I welcome you all once again to your English class. I hope you all are doing great. Children, for today's English lesson, we are going to start a new chapter. Actually, it's not a new chapter, but still, it's a fresh chapter, chapter 13, present tense, simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. So children, in our previous chapter, tenses, I have already discussed with you that there are three zones of time that are well described by the verbs that are effective or visible in the uses of your verb. Those were present, past and future. Now in this chapter we are going to study in detail about present tense. That means we are going to understand the four kinds, how to use them and how to form these kind of sentences by using the present tense. Read the following sentences. He goes to office every evening. I go to my friend's house every Sunday. The boy plays in the park every day. The sun rises in the east. So you see these actions like rises, plays, goes, all these words are expressing what time? Yes, present tense. So they are all in simple present tense. So with this, I will tell you that we have four kinds. So the first one we are going to learn now, simple present tense. So when do we use simple tense, simple present tense? How do we use it? We are going to learn everything about it. The simple present tense is used when to express a habitual action, custom, routine or habit. Suppose the son always, or you can say that she wakes up early morning. So she wakes up she wakes up early every morning. So you see, this is her habit. That's why we are using the simple present tense. It is her habit. To express general truths like the sun rises in the east, the earth revolves around the sun. To express a fact that is true at the time of speaking. When we are speaking and it's true that this is the thing. So like there is bright sunshine all around. At the time of speaking there is, right? To show a future event which is already arranged. So we know we have planned something, a future event is going to happen. That time also we can use simple present tense like the IPL matches begin tomorrow. In exclamatory sentences that begin with here or there and express an action currently happening. So here comes the queen, there goes the train. So exclamatory sentences also use what? Use simple present tense. In question with the words do or does. So do you swim? Yes children, do, does will always take present. Do you swim in the sea very often? A few more examples are given below. Anu walks to school every day. Most flowers bloom in the spring season. There is a big crowd at the main gate. Our examinations begin tomorrow. Here comes the chief guest. Boys play on the swings. The baby smiles. The teacher teaches. Clouds bring rain. He is a sincere boy. Form of simple present tense. Now, children, you need to see the syntax now. Okay, syntax is usually the structure. Let's just say structure only. How is the structure formed? First you have to use the subject, okay? Plus, if this subject is singular, we are going to add s or es to the verb. Yes? For example, if I said the sun is singular subject, singular, right? Now, what do you think we need to use? Rise or rises? I told you when this verb first form will be used. I said that when our subject is singular, then we add es or s. So rise always have the spelling and so we are going to add s. Rises an object or complementary part. Complement. This will have in the list. is some phrases which complete the sentence. Okay children? Now what if the subject is in plural? Like in example, this is example 1, number 2, let's, or A or B you can do. So in the second example, the boys eat the mushroom. Yes, so I did not add S or ES to it because this was plural. Okay children? Now the girl plays with a ball. Because the girl is singular, that's why we are using plays. She teaches, it plays. When the subject is plural or with other plural subjects, we do not add S, ES or IES to the verb. We write the root form of the verb like the girls play with a ball. When I is used, we do not add S, ES or IES. So when I play with ball, I plays with ball, no, it's wrong. So we have an exercise that follows. So let's do it. Exercise 8, this is on page number 67. Number 1. My grandmother dash care of her health. My grandmother is singular, so takes care of her. Number 2. Children dash to watch a magic show. Children is plural, like. We won't add S or ES. Number 3. We dash vegetarian food. We is plural, so eat. Number 4. The market dash many shops. This market has many shops, has a singular. Number 5. He dashed the instruction given by his mother. He follows. Number 6. Books dash a storehouse of knowledge. Books are, because we have to use verb, be verb. Number 7. Water dash at 100 degrees C. Water boils at 100 degrees C. Recap capsule. Now see our verbs change form according to the time of action. Like if you're talking about verb eat, okay, eat becomes in past tense ate, right? So auxiliary verbs are helping verbs like forms of the verb be, is, am, are, was, were, have, has, have, had, will have, shall have. Now I am reading the newspaper. Am is the auxiliary here and reading is the main verb. Okay. Now the girl is talking with her grandmother. Auxiliary verb is and talking is the main verb. A sentence may have multiple auxiliary verbs like see, Sashi has been. So has been is our auxiliary. And sleeping indicate the time of action and hence the tenses. Now you have these features, how we are going to form questions. These questions like does, do is used for yes or no questions. Okay. The negative sentence is formed with, now let us understand how negative sentences are formed. You have your subject first. This is the subject first. Then you have do or does according to the subject. If you have singular subject, you are going to use does for singular. If you have a plural subject, you are going to use do. And we are talking about present only. Now after this, for negative, we add not. After do and does. Plus base form of the verb. That means verb first form. Okay, so we can give example here. The girl does not play with a doll. with a dog. Okay. Now, for negative sentences we are done. Now let's see the next feature. For yes or no questions, the interrogative sentence is formed with. Now if I have to ask yes or no questions, the reply which has to come in yes or no questions. So how do you form it? So we are going to use do or does according to the subject plus we use the subject, plural or singular. Then we use the base form of the verb V1, and then we have other verb parts. Yes, and of course question mark will be there at the end. Does the girl play with a ball? For questions beginning with a question word, why, when, how, what, whose, we write question word will come first for question words, okay? Question words will be coming first, like why, who, what, etc. More can be there. Then we use do or does. And then plus we have the root verb, base form, V1 form. Okay. So like I could have asked the question, where does she go for tuition class? So where does, do or does, she, because she is our singular subject, that's why we are using does. And if there would be a plural subject, we would have used do. And then the root verb, the first form. Okay children, now let's move ahead with some more examples. Here are some more examples. The metro does not connect all the remote areas. This is negative. This news channel does not show. See, because news channel is singular, so does not show. Do you always takes plural verb, so do you plan to go out? Does the lady is singular, that's why does. We are starting the question with does. When do you all plan to come here? Interrogative sentence. And when, then you have, because you is going to take plural verb, so do. And what does the girl want? Interrogative. Okay children, write these sentences in the negative form. Number B. Exercise B children. Page 68. Number 1. The boy rides a bicycle to school. The boy, see, does not ride a bicycle to school. Number 2. Planets of the solar system dash revolve around the sun. So planet, because we are writing B, right? The girl cleans her room in the morning. The girl does not clean her room in the morning. Number 3. The baby jumps on the bed in a playful mood. The baby does not jump on the bed in a playful mood. They waste food at every buffet dinner. They do not, because we have plural subject. They do not waste food at every buffet dinner. Yes, so we are done with exercise B. Now let's move ahead with exercise C. Rewrite these sentences in the interrogative form. See page 68. Number 1. These musicians only perform at public functions. Musicians is plural, that's why do. Do these musicians, I told you after do we have the subject. Do these musicians only perform at public functions? Number 2. The flights from Chennai always reach late. Do the flights from Chennai always reach late? Number 3. He plays basketball every day. Does, because he is singular. Does he play basketball every day? Number 4. We do not have 4. So we can move ahead with exercise D. Number 1. The students, we have to do what? Fill in the blanks with correct form of verbs given in the brackets. Number 1, the students dash reading fables. So students is plural children. So for life we are going to give it in root form only. It will be what? The student like. The student like. Number 2, planets of the solar system dash around the sun. So planets are plural, revolve. Okay, now number 3. Mohan dash for yoga exercises every day. Mohan goes. So I am writing 3 here, goes. Because Mohan is plural and go takes es. Number 4 I am writing here. Neha always dash her projects on time. Neha is singular, that's why completes and not complete. Completes. Number 5. Frequent bakes dash delicious cupcakes. Frequent bakes. Yes, so it's a name of a like bakery. So it will be makes. Yes children, so here are your answers for C and D. You can finish it. With this children, we are done for today. You see for interrogatives here, do you remember? Do I, do you, do they, do we. And for does he, does she, does it. For singular does and for plural pronouns we have do. So we are done with today's lesson here only. We will be continuing with present continuous tense in our next video lesson. Okay. Please go through the chapter, go through this present, simple present, and if you have any question you can ask me in your online class. children, bye-bye for today. Take care of yourself.